kindergarten. It is Miss Bamber. If I have not introduced myself to you yet, I'm sure you've seen me before talking about what is math and what is science. But if I have not actually met you before and I haven't been able to introduce myself, my name is Miss Bamber. I also teach kindergarten, math, and science at the Kendesi School, and I'm here to say hey to you, okay? I am so glad to be able to work with you guys, and we're gonna work on a number story today, okay? As you talked about with Miss Baptiste last week, a number story is just a story that we tell where we concentrate and think about the numbers in the story, okay? A lot of times they often ask a question or they have something that we need to find out, okay? So let's start with this one. You ready? Okay. Hip Hop Harry invited two of his friends to his house to dance. While they were dancing, three more of his friends decided to join. How many friends are at Harry's house now? Whenever we have a number story, we want to read it at least 2 times. That means more than 2 times, okay? That means 2 or more times so that we can understand what's happening, and we also want to be able to tell what's happening, okay? One more time. Ready? Hip Hop Harry invited 2 of his friends to his house to dance. While they were dancing, 3 more of his friends decided to join. How many friends are at Harry's house now? Did you hear the question? The question that we had to find out, or that we will find out, is how many friends are at Harry's house now? Okay? So out of all the things we do, that's what we want to make sure we find out. How many friends are at Harry's house now? Okay? So first, we have to do something called chunking. Chunking is where we take the important numbers and we find them and place them in our brain, okay? So we find the important parts and place them in our brain, okay? Oftentimes, that has to do with the numbers, but sometimes you have to be very careful because not all of the numbers in a number story are important. We have to figure out what's important and what's not, okay? So chunking is where we get the important parts of the information and we put them in our brain, okay? So let's chunk it. Hip Hop Harry invited 2 of his friends to his house. Let's underline 2 friends. 2 friends. He invited 2 friends to his house to dance. While they were dancing, 3 more of his friends decided to join. I think that part is important, to know how many friends he started with and how many came, okay? 3 more friends. Okay, 3 more friends decided to join. How many friends are at Harry's house now? So, by chunking the information, we figured out 2 of his friends were there to start, and then 3 more came. If I want to chunk it, I'm going to take that important piece of information and I'm going to put it right here on my paper. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw the 2 friends. Now, drawing the 2 friends, if I were to draw what I think they look like, it might take too long, okay? And I might mess up, and then I might have to start over, and I don't want that. So what I want to do whenever I'm doing a number story is I want to draw what Miss Bamber calls a math picture. What did I say? A math picture, okay? Math pictures are different than art pictures because math pictures typically only involve a circle or a square, okay? That's because we are representing. What we do in number stories is we chunk and represent. When we represent, all that means, representing is a fancy school word. Representing is a fancy school word for showing, okay? So all we have to do is show the numbers. So the first thing I want to do is chunk that 2. 1 friend, 2 friends. I drew the friends as circles. They're circles on my paper, but in my mind, they're friends, okay? So what I want to do is make sure that I have 2 of them. I've drawn them, but I can make sure that I have 2 by counting them again. 1, 2. I can triple check, okay, by labeling. Labeling is when we write the number next to the representation, okay? When we write the number next to what we represented or showed, okay? So if I have 1, 2 here, I'm going to label it as 1, 2. Do I have 2 friends here? Give me thumbs up if I have 2 friends. Perfect. So I have 2 of the friends that Harry had at his house first, then 3 more came. So Miss Famber has to draw or represent, okay, represent those 3 more friends. 1, 2, 3. Now, I have chunked the numbers, I found the numbers and put them together. And now I'm representing those 3. 1, 2, 3. Did I represent the 3 friends? Good. So now let's go back to that thing I called a question. A question is something that we want to know or something that the number story is asking us. If we go back to the question, it was, how many friends are at Harry's house now? So these are the 2 friends that first came, and these are the 3 more friends that came after and joined, okay? So now, if I want to figure out how many friends are at his house now, I have to put the numbers together so I can find out how many are there all together, okay? So we've chunked, we've represented, and now we have to answer the question. How many friends are at Harry's house now? Let's label and count so that we can find out. Ooh, I think I just said a rhyming sentence. Wow, okay. We are going to label and count so that we can find out. All right, here we go. Here's the first 2 friends, 1, 2. Then I'm going to keep on counting. I'm not going to start over at 1 because I want to show that they joined, that those numbers are together. So 1, 2, I'm going to make this one 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, the 2 that started, and then I counted on 3, 4, 5. Okay? So how many friends are at Harry's house now? How many do you count? I counted 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. How many friends are at Harry's house now? Miss Famber is going to write the answer. But as I write the answer, I can't only write a number. No. For number stories, we always have to write the answer and the unit. The unit is what we're talking about, whether we're talking about donuts or French fries or elephants or frogs, okay? We always have to write the unit so that we know how many of whatever we're talking about, okay? The answer would have been 5 friends. 5 friends are at Harry's house now. I hope you had fun. See ya.